You don't want to be a wholesaler. Don't quit your job. Don't. I'm going to tell you exactly why you don't want to be a wholesaler. I say this to people who have good jobs, who make good money. They see wholesalers making good money, but it ain't that easy. It's a lot of work. It is a full-time job. And my advice to people who have good incomes, good W-2 jobs, make good money is keep that W-2 job. Keep buying assets. Use that W-2 to get approved for loans, to buy multifamily properties, to buy self-storage properties, to buy single-family houses. Leverage other wholesalers and their marketing efforts and their time to get deals sent to you and just buy their deals. Keep that job that provides good income for you. Utilize that to your benefit as much as possible until you create the passive income from buying these assets to hold long term that replaces your W-2. Most people, they see, I've had people come up to me that sold their businesses for millions of dollars and they say they want to get started in wholesaling. I'm like mind boggled. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, go buy assets, go buy bigger properties. You don't want to start wholesaling. It is a lot of work. It is a full-time job. It's very competitive. Constantly have to be training your team and growing your team and putting money into marketing. It takes a lot. And so people do wholesaling to start making money, to get cash. And then those who are lucky enough and fortunate enough or smart enough to hire a team, replace themselves, then they can start going out and buying assets. And I know wholesalers who've been wholesaling for 5, 7, 10 years and don't even owe any assets. They just get stuck in this cycle of making money, putting it back into marketing, spending money, and that's it. They own nothing. If you have the capability to utilize and leverage your W-2 job and that good income you're making to buy assets, that's exactly what you should be doing and need to do. The one caveat might be you hate your job, but if you make a lot of money, I would just buy as many properties as you can using that W-2, like I said, and get some assets. You want to create passive income, and that's really what's going to get you out of the rat race of having a W-2 and working for somebody else. But don't get it wrong. This wholesale business is a grind. And I would say 90% of wholesalers, if they could do something else and have that same income, they would. Problem is they don't know how to escape that real estate business. They don't know how to scale up and scale out of the day-to-day of their wholesale business to actually start buying assets. If you love your job, like your job, you make good money, get on every wholesaler's list. Start going and spending a little bit of money on marketing. You can do it as like a side hustle. Leverage that money you have. Hire 1 or 2 cold callers. Do a direct mail campaign. Start marketing for some different assets. Maybe hire one person to work with you so that way you can keep that job and just start buying these assets up, getting that passive income to a level where it rivals or you make more than your job, your W-2, and then you can quit. But to quit your job cold turkey where you make 100, 200K a year to go do wholesaling, for many years, I stayed broke. I put money all back into marketing. You constantly have to spend on marketing. Deals don't close. They get delayed for a couple months. You thought you had this income coming in, and then it didn't. It didn't come in at all. It got canceled or it's delayed. But if you can get to a point where you can have the passive income that's steady, that's more static, that every single month is more dependable, that will allow you to quit your job and fully go into real estate and the real estate you want to be a part of. Buying assets, building real wealth, building generational wealth. That's where everybody truly wants to be. And if they don't want to be there, they don't know what's going on in the world. This wholesale game is also a rat race. It is day-to-day grind for every deal, non-stop, hard to get away to. Like, if you're not in the business, you are losing money. I've been lucky enough to get my brother for 10 years to train up alongside me, where now he runs that wholesale business and I can focus on buying assets like self-storage. So now I'm focused on that. And that's what you should be singly focused on, buying assets and create a passive income for yourself and your family. These larger assets, a lot of it is done with partners. So if you can just partner with a good operator, perhaps, you can still keep your W-2 that you like and making great income, and you're of value to the operator who the bank doesn't see as a viable borrower because they have no verified income. So if you have a great income, you can sign on the note. That's a value to also an operator. So see how you can exchange value for value with somebody to start buying these big assets. Partnerships equal rocket ships. The only way I've gotten to where I am is through partnerships. So you got to find the right people. If you're a high income earner, W-2, make sure you go into local RIA meetings, network with other people who are like-minded, who want what you want, whether it's multifamily, mobile home parks, self-storage, retail. Find those people you connect with and start doing deals together. Let them know, hey, I'll front some marketing if you handle the calls and locking them up, and then we'll partner. I'll sign on the note. I got my W-2 to help us get qualified, and they can run the operations. And then that comes to a point where you start building up that passive income and you start building wealth that now you're like, okay, I don't need this job. I have plenty of passive income. I can start doing this full time and really scale this up. But let's say you don't have a good job, you don't make good money. I definitely recommend wholesaling. Wholesaling's got me to where I want to be right now, where I'm at in my life right now. It produces a lot of cash. You make a lot of money quickly wholesaling. And you don't need a big team like I have. Me and my brother, just us two, did 88 deals, just us two, running around, grinding our faces off and making a lot of money. And you could do the same. So if you're stuck in a dead-end job and not making any good money and you hate it, you should definitely start wholesaling. Get educated, start taking action, and you can really change your life. When you can make checks of 10, 20K on one single deal, and you make a couple $100 a week or a couple thousand a month, one deal can change your life, and then you're off to the races. So wholesaling is a great business. It is definitely something that can elevate you quickly as long as you're smart about running the business, reinvesting into the business to continue to let it grow, and then step yourself out of the business so you can actually start buying assets. The real part of real estate is actually owning assets. You just don't want to be all transactional and just wholesaling every deal to all these other investors who are really investors and make real money and make real generational wealth. A lot of these wholesalers say they're investors. You're not an investor unless you buy assets and you own assets. You're just a wholesaler to your buyers. You're not an investor. Your buyers are the investors, and that's what you want to be. You want to be a buyer. So you need to learn creative financing to start buying some of these properties yourself and start taking massive action. You don't want to be like every other wholesaler, just trading time for dollars and wasting your life. Yes, you make good income, but if you aren't leveling up and buying assets and getting yourself out of the day-to-day of your business, you're failing. If you are stuck in the day-to-day of your wholesale business, if you're not buying assets, if you're not utilizing creative finance, not only to make more income in your wholesale business, but actually take down these assets and start building real wealth, you should check out Creative Investor. That's our community where we teach people how to do creative financing, start buying properties. We teach you how to structure the deals, talk to sellers, buy these assets, and start making passive income so you can replace yourself out of your day-to-day, your business, and really start making big changes in your life on income and time. If you are interested in joining our Creative Investor community, link is in the description. You can book a call with me and we'll see how we can help you out.